Welcome to this look at a fantastic new mod map on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on Dalberg. This is in the Greifenbach Valley. This is by ThiluLP, 72.72 megabytes download. That's all. No required mods to download. I only found under build mode one thing over and above the no required mods. If we come down to here and we come to our painting, we've got quite a lot of paint textures for customizing, landscaping, whatever it is you want to do on the map. Loads of paint textures. Other than that, nothing added into the build mode, which is pretty cool, I have to say. New farmer, which is what I'm on, is 1028 slots. Farm management start from scratch is 981. Different speed, don't have any start equipment and machinery. I have taken the liberty of putting in, this is not one of the mods you get, this is not one of the vehicles you start with. I put this in as a separate mod because I thought it might be, I just thought I wanted to go around the map on it actually. I've got a motorbike, not the standard one because I can't stand the standard motorbike in game. The map looks like this. Now, I think I might put it on the title actually. This is the ultimate farming challenge. If you like big open fields, flat countryside, huge equipment and machinery, this is not going to be the map for you. Now, I would say this is a split between farming and forestry. If you don't like doing forestry, that's fine. You don't have to do any forestry because I'm not going to look at the amount of fields. There are plenty of fields on here. There are no custom crops. Contracts are available. But the challenge is the terrain. 100% the terrain. The valley, the main sort of road, runs down along through here, and this map is staggering. We've got a little side shoot up there, to get up to and use and operate and run your fields is not going to be an easy task, and I have to say I like that. The challenge this offers I think is absolutely fantastic, and like I say, if forestry is not your thing, I don't want people to look at the map and go, oh, it's a forestry map. It's not. There's plenty of farming to be done. Let's say if you want to do it, it's entirely up to you. If forestry is your thing, this is going to be a really challenging map for forestry as well because the terrain is not straightforward. Plot and field prices are pretty good. You know, there's a lot of plots and they're broken up into small chunks. So if you want to do forestry, that's fine. But field plots, again, we've got some small plots there, 19 grand. Got a little one over here. Then we've got some slightly larger ones. And again, they're nothing break the bank expensive. The sort of stuff you could work up to doing a bit of farming, doing a bit of contract work or whatever it is you might want to do. And the fields are scattered around as well. So we haven't got like a massive swathe of forestry and then 2 or 3 fields. There's a load going on. Now on New Farmer, we start with the farm, and there is only this one farm. There's no animal pens or pastures on the map yet, but that gives you a bit of scope with all the fields and stuff available to maybe have a mountainous pasture, or maybe have a cattle barn, and there may be a pasture up in the hills. You take the cows up there. It's amazing. So you start with this plot here, and this plot 65 is only 16,200 for the main farm, and then we start with these 2 fields over here, which are at the other end of the valley. We've got a couple of bits of good machinery we'll get to out there in just a moment. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I need to show you or talk about? Oh yeah, I didn't actually look and put it on my notes. Let's go across to statistics. 50 collectibles. I'm sure it said that in the description. Yes, there are 50 collectibles. I haven't found one yet, but there are 50 knocking about. There were no custom crops. I mentioned that. Anyway, so at the start farm, water point just there. Fuel point 25,000 litres to refill yourself if you want to, just there. Water is available. There are NPCs in the map, so water's there for a chat. In the barn here, we have got a John Deere. It's very nice, and I did my prep in this, on this. It's just a little bit slower than, you know, I just thought we need to get kind of wrapped round, and the terrain, I mean, you can see already, it's... Now the weird thing is, this seems very familiar, and it might be, I don't think this was on 22, I don't remember doing a map tour on this in FS22, it might have been 19 we had a version of this, because the map seems very familiar. I thought it was Dalberg, there might be another map actually, Dalberg, Dalberg. This is Dalberg rather than Dalberg, I think. But I seem to recall doing a map tour very similar to this. But again, there have been so many map tours. Cultivator just here. Sleep and wardrobe trigger just there. Around the back here, we've got a beehive with our honey pallet spawn point just there. We do have a dog as well. The dog's not named actually. Just says Phil Bowl. We'll call the dog Phil. We've got a silo there, standard. That's 75,000 litre standard crop types. Seeder just over there. And then we cross over the bridge. That's the farm. That's what we start with. And obviously then we've got our other equipment at the other end of the valley, which we'll get to later on. And then just across the little bridge here, and it's a beautiful map. I mean, that's what staggers me. 72.72 megabytes download. I don't know how ThiluLP has done that with the amount of detail on this map. I know a lot of it's trees, but as we go down the valley, you'll see all the different houses, the assets that have been used, the decoration, the little, I don't know. Oh, I may have. I'm not going to say anything, but spoiler alert. In this screenshot, there may be a collectible. Moving on. Noah is just here with the sawmill round behind. If we go into this menu and go to there, these are what are available. So we've got carpentry, dairy, great processing unit, sawmill right now. That sawmill doesn't do prefab walls. We have got a biogas plant up on the hill. When we get to, I'm not going to buy it. It's 1.3 million, just over 1.3 million, nearly 1.4. But that's the stuff it will do. So it's a fairly standard biogas plant. Because obviously there are no added in mods, so it's not a modded biogas plant, it's standard. And these are the smaller ones, the carpentry, the great processing unit, are little diddy ones, but they're the smaller ones. So let's go and grab the motorbike. Stalks sitting on roofs and stuff. It's yeah, I have to say, there's me saying I hadn't seen one. That's the ball for the I was talking about collectibles. I thought there was another collectible. That's the ball for the dog. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is today. Look, there you go. Look, the famous God rays. Woo! Look at that. Don't mind me a bit of God rays. Right. Let's go. So we're going to go along the valley floor to start off with, only for a little while. To our right, we've got the restaurant sale point just there. A bit further on the valley. You see what I mean now about the detail? How can this only be 72.72? I don't understand that. Do you remember way back when the first version of Griffin, Indiana came out? And it first came out and the slot count was really low and people were freaking out. Even I did when I did the map tours. I don't understand this. It was one of the lowest slot counts I think I'd ever encountered on a map, and it turned out it needed to be tweaked and it was actually a little bit higher. But that being said, for this map, I don't know. Anyway, so David is just off to our side here, and what we're going to do is we're going to head up the hill. Up to the tops. Now you can imagine coming up here with a tractor and a trailer. Now going up might not be so bad, because I would imagine, I suppose if you're coming up here to do seeding, planting, depending on what equipment you're pulling up here, depending on how much horsepower you've got. And it's steep, it's, you know, you haven't got a lot of room either side, and it starts to drop off as you're getting to the edge, which is pretty cool. I really like it. And the elevation change is nuts. When we get up to the top, it's quite breathtaking, I have to say. We're going to go, whoa. I love the terrain. It's so... There's enough bumps and stuff in it to make it interesting. Not so much that it's going to catapult you off into another dimension or anything like that. So we want to go this way, I think. When we come up onto the tops, it brings you out to this, which is just awesome. So the whole, you know, the farming thing, like I said, it's going to be a challenge. Let's go airborne and do this. Look at all this. Little fields tucked away all over the place with little tracks attached to them. It's the detail of the terrain as well, the valley stuff here, that sweeps right the way down to the other end of the map, which brings you down to this open area, much more open here. And you can see across the other sides as well, all the farming. So let's say, if you don't want to do forestry, don't worry about it. There's plenty of fields to be getting on with, and like I say, contracts are available, so it's pretty cool anyway, regardless which way around you look at it. It does say it's a realistic recreation of the small village of Dalberg in the Greifenbach Valley, Rhineland Palatinate. Is that how I say it? Palatinate? Yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, that's the top section. Let's head back down again. I know this much, that if there was a previous version of this particular map, and like I say, I'm sure I did a map tour very similar to this, the level of detail, the crispness, the clarity, I suppose the definition of everything is so much crisper. Right, I've got to be careful here. Not going too fast. Yes, I can bang along at a crazy speed if we're on a main road, but I don't want to hit a rock, a stone, a tree stump, and embarrass myself, you know. But compared to doing 24 miles an hour, I'm picking up to 30, 32, 35, whatever. Plus, I just wanted to use a motorbike. I don't know why, I just wanted to use a motorbike. So anyway, when we get back down to here, bit of weaving side. I really do like this bike. I'm not advertising for Agro Tonya or anything like that. This compared to the standard one, the suspension, travel, the movement, the rider's position, it handles better. Yeah, there's another one by Sloitches Modding as well. Anyway, heading along the valley floor, we get to this point just here, and just to our right there is the dairy, just over there. We've got a lime station, and there's another fuel point just there, and we're going to turn up this little side turning, a side valley. As we head up the side valley, on our right hand side, we should have, where is it? Just up here, we have got the carpenters. So just not the singers, the carpenter's shed is just there, just up the back. And if we go a little bit further up on the left hand side, we've got the warehouse. So our pallet point, if you need to purchase any pallets or anything like that, you can purchase them just here. There you go. And they will spawn just out there. Now, we are going to cut across here, and we can go up the track. There's a trackway that runs up that way and winds up around, but just to the left of that stone wall, there's a little tiny little gap up, and there's a little track that runs off in that direction. So we're going to head up there now. Probably not the way you're supposed to do it, but there's all sorts of little trackways, walkways that you can take your tractors and stuff as well. And I thought what I would do, because it will make life a little bit easier, not sure how this is going to want to do this, but we could go that way, but it'll take a little bit longer. We're going to just cut up here. There's a little track, another reason why a motorbike was probably a little bit easier. It's like Kickstart. Remember Kickstart? Anyway, that might have just been a UK thing, I think, and that's quite a long time ago as well. So, heading up here. What's that mean? Look, all these lovely little areas to uncover, and you know, it's making me smile today. So, stop just here. I'll hop off. We've got Katie just here. Animal dealer point, animal dealer sell point. Actually, that's interesting because that's not showing as a sell point. Is it on the map? It's just showing animal dealer, but that looks like. So I think it is. Bit of barn space if you want to store some stuff in there. Slurry manure purchase points just down here. I like the fact everything's integrated into the map as well. Like I say, it's not your standard. I've said that a few times on map tours. Is it just me, or are the maps just getting more and more stunning and more impressive? You know, I don't know if that's just me. Maybe it is. I just like the way it's all. Yeah, it's just worked in very nicely. We continue up from here, just past this. Now again, I came up across this little bit where I've lost my place. Here we go. I came just across there to join that little track. Obviously, you can go along here. There's all these winding trackways that zigzag their way up the hillsides where it's really steep with the switchbacks and hairpins, and you know. And that's another thing that's going to make it challenging. The road's not all even. The tracks aren't even. You can see they're bumpy. They have a dimensionality to them, which I think is pretty cool as well. So just up on the top here, we've got the biogas plant. And again, getting to and from here is not going to be straightforward, especially if you've got a full load of silage or whatever it is you're bringing up here, sugar beet cut or whatever. So I'm not purchasing it. It's 1.3 million. We haven't got quite enough money. I suppose I could borrow some, couldn't I? It's the only thing that needs to be purchased technically, because I'm assuming you get the land with it. Bear with me a second. I'm going to borrow some money from the bank and we'll buy it just to make sure. If only getting a bank loan was that easy. Anyway, right. There you go, 1,394,530. Let's purchase it. And we go back to the map. Do we get the land with it? Oh. Yeah, we go. Just has to come off and come back in. Yeah, we do. That's pretty cool. I haven't tried to remove any of the buildings anywhere. Potentially. So we see. Will it let me remove these? Yeah, it's giving me the option to. Looks like I can remove the biogas plant and the sheds. Maybe not all of the decoration. So again, if you're going to try and move anything, save your game first. You might want to put something else up here. You might have a different biogas plant in mind. If you want to keep it in the same place but just have a different biogas plant, there's potential there anyway. And it's good you get land as well, because even if you keep it like this, you might want to put a couple of other productions or another sell point or something else up here. That's cool. Right, we've got a bit of a ride now, and that's nice because it's very cool. Have I said that word enough today? It's cool. The way the landscape drops away, even just doing your ploughing, your cultivating, your seeding, it's not going to be straightforward. Oh, you do not want to go off the end of there, do you? Oh, you do not. So, when I said about the vineyards and stuff, look. How in the world, that is steep. Imagine using the old harvesters going up and down that. So, let's follow this down. Watching out for pedestrians as we go. Now, in amongst all of these trees everywhere, is it possible, is it likely, is there a maybe that there could be a couple of trees here and there that are out of the ground? That are, yeah, maybe, I don't know. Unless you go around and check every single tree, I don't see, you might come across one or two here and there, but from what I've seen so far, wow. Right, we're just going to whiz across along the valley floor just here. From the right hand side coming up, we've got the grape processing units here. We've just been past the vineyards. It makes sense. Again, it's a smaller one. And if you'd rather have a bigger one, if you'd rather put, if you're doing a lot of grape work, vineyard work, and you want a larger one, you might want to get one of the little plots up on the hillside. You might even want to do a little bit of forestry. You think, you know what, I'm going to clear a bit of land. Even if I don't do a lot of forestry, just clear a patch for my new grape processing unit, or whatever it is you might want to do. Back along the lane. Main road. It's really pretty, isn't it? Really pretty. Just along here. Oh, have I gone past him? I did. Feel bad now. Oh, actually, we can see him on the way back. It's alright. Ben's just along there. You probably saw him. You probably saw him on the left. So I was paying attention. I don't know what I was paying attention to. Maybe I wasn't. Maybe I was just daydreaming. We come along to the end of here. We come to the vehicle shop and workshop. There's a workshop trigger in the back. Vehicle shop trigger is around the front here. This is the reset point for the map as well. We can't actually get back onto the main road that way. There's some more houses and stuff along there. I think the only, I suppose, potential downside is this whole valley floor here. You can't purchase the land down here. So if you were driving along thinking, oh, you know what, that looks brilliant, that looks cool. Imagine having a sell point there, or a little shop, or a little production. Unfortunately, you can't do any of that along here. But as we get further out here, this kind of opens out into more of a kind of, I suppose, a little floodplain maybe. It's a little bit flatter out here, whereas the sides are very steep. Steep sides, yes. Pay attention for Ben on the right hand side. Coming up. Where is he? There he is. And what surprised me, I suppose, is because you've got all of this going on, all these houses, all these people walking around, and I thought, okay, well, it's just a drive out now to the other end, and it just seemed to go on and on and on and on, which is no bad thing. The houses sort of fade away, and you come out into the landscape, you know, as we are heading east. So I mean about the stonework and stuff. Retaining walls, that's what they're called. Couldn't think of the word earlier. All these little bits here. There you go, look. So more of an open, flat floodplain style out here as we head east. And we do go for quite a bit. So if you are looking for some flatter ground for whatever it might be. And as we get out to the end just here, we've got the farmer's market, sale point just here at the other end of the valley, just there. And then those two fields that we start with on New Farmer and the equipment. It's just up here. Harvester, header trailer, tractor trailer, all here. Now what we are going to do, just to finish off, and it's a curious one as well, I'm not quite sure, so I thought, have I missed a quarry or something? I don't know. So we came, well, it's quite straightforward really, isn't it? We came along there, we did go up onto the fields here to have a look, we came back down onto the valley floor, then along there, up there, we cut up across along here, then we came all the way down there, did the switchback, came all the way back to here, then we came down across Ben and the store, then we come all the way along the valley and we've come across here, farmer's market, and then our equipment and machinery. What I'm going to do is just go back across there and take this track. I'm going to try and find a way up. I might cut up through the trees, I'm not too sure. Because up here, up on the top, we've got a debris crusher. Only one of the small ones, but it's, yeah, I don't know, it's a curious one, this. Right up there, all on its lonesome. We get to experience a bit more of the countryside as we go, why not? The temptation to give it the beans and try and jump over that barrier, then I was like, I wonder, no, it'll be embarrassing when it goes wrong, you know. There's a turning on the right. So I'm pretty sure you climb so quickly up from the valley floor as well. It's one of those things as well, you know, we've all done it. It's been late or you're just tired or whatever it is. You might be doing some farming. It's one of the reasons I always turn crop destruction off now, even though I don't like driving over crops. It's that thing of you're doing a harvest or you're doing something and your eyes go, your head nods, you doze off for a second, and then you've ruined a crop as you've gone across the middle of a field or something. Coming up or down here with crops and maybe having one of those, a momentary lapse, you know, just that small moment, and you're off the side. And then it all goes horribly wrong from there. That's why I still think the winches, the in-game winches, should be able to winch equipment and machinery rather than just logs. I think that would be absolutely spot on if it did. Let's go up here. I'm sure it was up here. Did I dream it? It's definitely up this way, isn't it? go this way. I'm probably going completely the wrong direction at this point. Should have gone back and checked the map, shouldn't I? No, it's up here. That's all right. We're okay. I'm looking bottom left now. There we go. There we go. All out here. And there it is, all out here, all out here to show you that. Hey, we got to have a drive around. I don't mind that at all. It's a very cool map. Like I say, if you don't want to do forestry, you don't have to. I think it's going to be challenging either way. If you're doing both, it's a challenge. Farming, it's a challenge. Forestry, it's a challenge. Regardless, it's a really lovely looking map, really nicely put together, and I'm still blown away by the megabyte download. I can't believe how low that is. That's incredible. So there you go. That's Dalberg by ThiluLP. I hope you found all this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then of course, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.